Ajreen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's good. It's good
Yeah.
that you seem to be in a good status. Am I right? Are you? Are you happy in
Yeah, yeah,
your current internship? How is
yeah,
Lenovo?
yeah.
I hear that you have done great achievements there.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's quite nice.
Yeah, yeah. But what is your achievement so far? So we want to remember that Ashvin have been doing internship in Lenovo, and he pushed Lenovo Malaysia forward. So what did you do to do? No, really. What did you
Uh,
do so far?
not that much. I did a lot of resetting PCs and I'm doing part like half my week is in the office, then half my week I'm doing some retail also.
What is that? What does this mean?
Retail in the store.
So you are dealing with customers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, so what is so remarkable so far?
I mean nothing much lah. It's just
Don't
because
don't
I don't
don't
have a degree or anything, so they can't really
depend
do
on you.
so much with me. Yeah, they can't really, and it's just an internship for a few months. I'm not a full worker, right? So
Okay, but
I
but how are you going to make them remember you?
uh good question.
I mean, let me be frank with you. At the end of the day, it is true that you are lucky that you are in a position um, that your parents are able to help you to push you inside
Yeah,
such a good company. But
yeah,
this such luck that is not guaranteed all the time. So
yeah,
there
yeah,
is no guarantee after maybe 5, 10 years that you will have such a push from your parents. Yes,
yeah,
we wish that the parents always be beside you and pushing you and helping you. So how are you going to be how are you going to leave an impression on those people? So if you want to get first a letter from them at the end of the internship telling that you have
yeah.
been so remarkable, what's he going to write? They were going to write, "Oh, he was a nice guy, he was a polite guy, and he was." So how? No, really. I mean, I'm talking to you really.
I
I
mean,
know. You cannot tell them, "Oh, I've been playing games so much. I've been telling game story perfect." That will not be perfect in a paper. Am I right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
how?
I mean,
Really?
most of the time I've been finishing my deadlines earlier than I finish all my work quicker, so I'm doing like let's say they set a deadline, do this in these 2 days, but I finish it in the first day, so now they have more, they can give me more stuff for the second day, and then so I finish the things quicker, so I there's
Okay. Okay.
more pacing in the company.
Okay. That is
Yeah,
excellent. But let me understand from you.
yeah.
Did you reach a level that you can finish a task that one of their employees is doing, or you still doing the task? Your competency at the moment is compared to other internships, or reach an
No,
employee level?
yeah, reach employee level.
That's interesting. So this is impressing. So this is something that you can be proud of, and they can write it
Yeah,
even in the paper. Okay, that's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Mhm. Okay, okay. So now you are working with employees directly?
yeah,
Not
yeah.
okay. That's good. So at the end of the day, as I said, you are lucky in many aspects, and you
Yeah.
are also lucky to have your parents that are able to ask somebody to teach you programming at this earlier age. Not everybody is able to
Yeah,
reach.
yeah,
Yes, it's true. It's true. I have to
yeah,
be in my age.
yeah,
No, I cannot do that. I mean, I only able to fuel that from my own personal money after I graduated, but not
yeah,
from
yeah,
not in an earlier age. So that you are lucky, and
yeah,
it's either you use your luck or not.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we go back to business. What is our
Hmm.
business?
Yeah, okay. The homework.
One
I
of the
did
things
not
that
forget this time. I didn't forget.
okay, interesting.
For
So
the so yeah, so both the homeworks are completed, but okay, for the one with the idol.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have done it completely, but I get the error that it says that items is not defined.
Okay.
So
So
that's my error now.
okay. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So I'm getting an error for my idle.
So
But
what
the other
is
one is quite simple. The
okay?
other one.
So are you sharing?
Yeah, let me share my screen.
So which one is not defined in your?
Item. If
Mhm.
you see my let me move this up. There you go. Is item. So I just use this file.
Mhm. Okay, let me see. Did you start sharing? Yes, you did start sharing. Okay. So the whole Lenovo in Malaysia is just selling and retail. Am I right?
Not really. I'm doing a lot of in the office stuff also. So I'm like rebooting computers and I'm doing like stock check and because they also lend these PCs and computers and everything to other companies.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So they will loan out some devices.
Okay. So what is the error again? What
Yeah,
is the line of
this
the error?
item, line 8,
Okay.
which is this line.
Okay. What is the name of the error? He said that
Yeah,
file not
item.
found. So
Yeah.
the system cannot find the path specified.
No,
So
the error is this one, right? This is the latest error. The item is not defined.
items is not defined.
Yeah.
So it is true that items is not defined because you make a spelling mistake
Oh,
on
did
the
I?
line that say item equal OS a list directly. Suppose you write items, not item, so it means that you forgot the
Ah,
S. Okay, yep.
so here also should be S.
No, the here
No,
because it's depending on the four
because it's
item in
depending on
items.
the for
Yes,
item. Okay, okay,
yes, okay,
all right. Save. Okay, there's no error finally.
okay, but there is nothing.
Yeah, but
So
I
okay,
need to print.
okay. Now let me try with you different ways. Okay, so you try to search for text and there is no text here. May I know? Oh, you are
Yeah.
searching site maps. Is it that site maps? Yeah,
What
STE
is it?
maps. That's a bit okay. Even the
Oh,
spelling is a bit
Steam.
strange. Yeah, Steam.
Steam. Yeah, Steam apps.
Steam apps.
Because
Oh, okay.
Steam is the engine that you download games on.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
so I would say, what about if we change this
Yeah.
to maybe .dat or .exe? So we try both of them.
C.exe. Aha. There you go.
So now, okay, good. What about DAT?
F5.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, what about what kind of file extensions?
I can
We can
show you
try.
the
Show me the folder.
yeah. There you go.
Mhm.
So this will be the .exe and
Okay, excellent. What about .dll? You know what's the meaning DLL?
no.
Mhm.
Let's find out. Oh.
Okay, so typically this is this DLL actually most of your Windows and most of the programs depend on creating DLL files. So DLL file is actually there is a code inside. So previously, when we use different other programming language like C++ and so on, or even
Yeah.
other Microsoft programming language, we are able to produce a DLL, and this DLL is used for Windows even. So inside the Windows folder, you find a lot of DLLs. So this is called Dynamic Link Library.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Okay.
it is a group of functions and programming libraries that your program, which is this exe file, will use. Okay, so anyhow,
Okay.
okay, that's interesting from what you've done. So can I ask you, actually,
Yeah.
you are searching only for one file. Every time we would like him to search for another file, we would like to, we're going to change this from DLL
Yeah.
to exe and so on. So what about
Yeah.
if you can create for us a list? So we put our file extensions in a list and you modify the code to actually search this. So here, do you know what the line is doing?
Which one? This line?
This line, yes.
Um.
Did you try to print items itself and see what is there?
Wait, let me get back to it.
So what is it?
So items it will just be all, right? Yeah, it's all the files, all the every single thing that's in the path.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
Right.
yeah, okay. And may I know also, are you able to, this is just like maybe some text that you passed, you put your file extension in a text, but are you able to convert that to a list?
Hmm. A list meaning so it will have text, that, exe.
Mm-mm. Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
How can this be done? Are we able to change a string to a list? Is that possible?
Hmm. Okay, okay. I mean, technically I can just do like if I do like this. Would something like this work? Yeah, then let me take this. I mean, technically this is a list, but
Okay. What is the error?
right, it can't be a list. Okay.
So it means that, so where are you using this file extension in this code? So you find it and you have to change it so that it can deal with a list. Last time it deal with a string. So how can you modify it?
Um, what
What's
extension?
wrong?
It's a good question. Hmm. Okay. File extension is so confusing. Okay. Item.
So, okay, my question to you is that,
Yeah.
are you able to take this? Because I mean, blindly trying to modify the code will not help. Just try to print this one, please. Can you just go above the if
Yeah.
statement and try to print this one?
Just the file extension?
No, the item end
Oh,
with,
okay.
and to see actually what this is doing. Okay. But we know that it will not work with file extension at the moment. So can you just pass it
Yeah.
.exe just like that? So put just single quote or one of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. Let me just.
No, it will still not work with a list. It only needs, so you have to
Oh, I
replace
left the
this.
brackets.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. I didn't mean to keep the bracket.
So, okay, we know that this is because of this. And
Yeah.
this, the first one, so this means that it is telling me true, false, 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 true. Okay, and then it prints something out and then say true again, false, false. So it means that the one who is printing true and false is this one. So, so how do you think that this end with works so far?
Right. So I think it will check because the items will have all of this in, right? Items will have everything.
Okay.
Then the file extension checks. That's why it says end with. It will check if it ends with exe or dll or dat
Mm-hmm.
or
Okay.
text.
Interesting.
And if it doesn't end with it, then it's false. And if it does end, then it's true, which is why we get like, see, here will be false, false, false. Then this will be true, which is why they print out here.
Okay.
Then this is also true.
Okay. May I pass you something here, please?
Okay.
So I will pass you a code in
Okay.
your WhatsApp and
Okay.
try that code and let me know what do you understand from that code. Actually, there's only maybe 3 lines difference that you need to add to your current code.
Path examples. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's printing file name, file extension. File name, file extension, OS path, split text, file path. Okay.
So can you add that code before your for loop? So there is 3 lines, the last 3 lines that you need to actually.
Yeah. So you want me to do uh um oh, whoops. Oh.
What is the issue? Can this work? Can you read the error?
Yeah, module and patches no should be. Wait, what? Oh, this has to be folder path, right? This is wrong, also wrong. Then there's still more error. What do they mean by module? NT path has no attribute split text.
Can you check? Can you actually check your spelling to make sure that it really works?
Okay, did I mess up? Oh, there you go.
It works.
It works.
So it means that what? What does it mean? What does this means? Spelling mistake?
Yeah. I had a spelling mistake here.
Okay. Okay. Now, so I want to understand from you. Can you explain to me what these lines that we added do?
Yeah, it is splitting the
Uh-huh.
like the file name.
Okay.
I can just say it's splitting the file name with the file extension, but I'm just repeating the code.
Okay. Fine. But do you see any extension coming out?
No.
Why?
I mean,
Okay, interesting. Go to one of the exe files, which is, for example, this one, and copy the exact path for that file.
like this file.
Yep.
Wait,
But then you have to,
just
do you know how to right click and then copy the path from properties? Yeah.
copy as
Yep.
path, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you pass that here in,
You
of
mean
course, in double quotation. No, don't change this,
oh, okay. Just
because that will affect other parts of the code.
okay, just pass it through here.
Yes, but you have to put it in a double quotation. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now try to run, please.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Now, so okay, so it means that
takes
you cannot pass a folder here, but you can pass a specific file, and then that it can split for you the name and extension.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, we need to go back to the original problem. So how you can put a list here and then check that what you're getting, actually, you are able to pass something to end with. So end with return true and false. So
Yeah.
how you are able to pass a
Wait,
list?
why did all this get cut off?
Is it you shifted the screen somehow, or it's really cut off?
Is it because this is too long, so it shifted the screen?
Maybe, possibly, yes, at the bottom. Yeah.
Right. I can't.
Okay, never mind. You just comment that
okay.
line. At the end of the day, we are done with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can use.
There you go. It's because it was too far. But I don't know why it doesn't let me drag it back. There's no
Okay.
slider. There's an up and down slider, but no left and right slider.
Okay. So
I
okay,
don't know.
now we go back to
Never mind.
business. You are
Yeah.
already you're already programming for almost 5 months so far. When did we start?
Yeah.
When did we start programming together?
Oh, we started
Hmm.
all the way
From May, I believe.
in April, to 25th April, right? Yeah, so
Wow.
May.
Okay, that's
May,
quite
yeah,
long ago. So,
yeah,
okay, you already finished Java and you
yeah,
are in the middle of finishing Python. You don't
yeah.
want to finish it very fast? Do you want us to keep dragging that forever? You don't
No,
want us to finish?
yeah, let's
I
finish it.
think you would be happy to finish, right?
Yeah.
And I would be happy to get other students that is in the waiting list. So,
Yeah,
so the point here that uh, uh, okay, you need to prove to me that you are a programmer that studied programming for five months. Then I can tell
yeah,
your mother, okay, I'm confident. If I leave you in the middle and then you cannot perform, then it's bad for me and for you. At the
yeah,
end, they
yeah.
would say I'm a bad tutor. So I don't like that. And you also
Yeah,
want to finish. Am I right?
yeah, yeah.
So now think with me, how can we solve this issue that we are in? Me and you are stuck in the middle. How can we finish that?
Okay. That's a good question. We need to
And it is
change
something
this.
that can motivate you. You need to finish, and we cannot
Yeah.
finish until you master something and are able to solve quizzes and exercises alone.
Okay, so technically, I don't really like annoying that I can't. Wait, let me just. I can't start. I'll just get rid of the exe for now. So technically, now that I have this done, but like you see, if the file extension can take exe,
Mhm.
why can't it just? Okay, wait. Let's say I make it d8 or like DLL, and if I run the function again, huh? Oh, yeah, because but like now it won't
So
be. Okay, so it'll still say exe here because I'm printing out this.
please keep thinking. Let me try to answer an emergent urgent call.
Okay,
Please give me a second.
okay, sure. Hmm. So complicated.
Okay, can you revise how you operate or deal with the list code in the previous classes? Can you check your
Okay.
triplet?
Yeah.
Maybe you can find something. So search for a code that you write for a list before and see how
Yeah.
you are able to check something inside the list.
Oh. In the list, there was split. No, there was remove, sort, reverse, append. Yeah, I'm looking at my.
Do you see any if statement where you are able to search something inside a list?
Let me. I mean, I have the one where we did the, like, let's say we have L1 and L2, and then we would do, like, for E in L1, if E in L2, then we remove E.
So
We had that,
okay, so it means that
but
there is
that
an if
was to,
statement. Yeah,
yeah,
but you need to modify the code. I mean, okay, you know the concept that E is in something, which means that this is an if statement that can search something inside a list.
yeah,
Okay, now the thing is,
but we didn't do anything else apart from that.
okay, what are we trying to do here? If you can think with me, this only can actually work on a single
Yeah,
string.
on just
It
one. Yeah,
and you cannot make it work on a list. Okay,
yeah,
so your job is to check. So this also returns true and false. Am I right?
yeah.
And it compares what to what? It compares the
Uh,
item
the
extension
item with the
with
folder
the
path or with the
with the
file extension.
with the file extension that you already
Yeah,
put here, right?
yeah,
And it returns true and false to you.
yeah, yeah.
But then if you have more than one, so what does this mean? How can you do that? So you cannot check that in one step because you have a list.
Yeah.
So how can you improve that using the code that you see? If E in L,
So, okay, first I should write the list down. Right? Yeah. Let's say I just call the list one equals, and then we have this. So we have X, C, T, T, D, and I. Okay. Now how do I get this to? Oh man. Hmm. Where was this for E and L1?
You can open the slides that I passed to you. There is, you can remember that?
Yeah. I'm just looking at this code because I'm thinking I'm trying to think if I can loop it so that the file extension it will go through every single variable in the
Yes, yes. This is one of the solutions. Yes, that you can loop through the list and see if the current file extension actually correspond to
like mm, let me just make sure this is correct. Let me test something. Okay, so if I do, okay, let me think like that. Hmm.
I don't see you writing any code.
Oh yeah, 'cause I'm checking on the replit. Okay, if I do, let's say for, oh man, okay. For num in L1, it's like super confused. Okay, this will let me, okay, this will just print out everything. But how do I get it? Like, see if I do this, let's say, I do file name. Okay, so if I just do like, check extension, for example. And if I do num, I should change num to something, and then num, maybe make it like x. Yeah. And if I do like this, oh, wait, I need to put this in the brackets, right?
Okay, so you make a loop that loops through all the extensions.
Yeah. But which is great, sure, but how do I get it to work in the file extension? That is what I'm struggling with.
So you need to produce out something like true and false from this looping that you have done. So if you just print, then you will never have true and false.
Yeah. But
So
what do you mean by true and false?
I mean that here, this one that you printed out here, produce
Yeah.
item end with, produce here either true or false, and this is being
Yeah.
printed out like that. So
Yeah.
it will check the extension of this item if it match this extension. So you can also do something similar.
So technically, shouldn't I just loop the list into this?
You can, but this is not the
Like,
ideal solution
if I were
because
to
it
do
means
like for, like if I put this here, can you hear me, sir?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it's just my network was unstable. Okay. Okay, that's not gonna work. Yeah, obviously because of.
This line above is indented, but there is no loop for it. So just you either remove it or just comment it.
Yeah.
So putting this loop first, it means that you will loop through every. First, you put no connection between this exec and the second loop. So for every what you're doing at the moment, for every item extension here, you will perform this loop. That's why you see this become so big.
Right.
So for exe, it will also execute the whole thing. But the point here that there is, I mean, you are not using exec inside here. There is no connection.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yes, we are
But
looping, but you didn't tie the code together.
right. Okay. I don't want. Wait.
And
Let
is
me
it the correct
stop
way?
printing. Yeah, you're saying?
Okay, that's okay. You continue. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm just making it so that it is
Yeah, but you see here, this is repeating. And it's repeating how many times? It is repeating 4 times because you have 4 extensions.
Correct. Correct. Now, how do I get it to work? I'm like so blank right now. Let me see. So I need to put. So yeah, so it prints. Okay, this is okay. So here it's text, right? So if it's text, shouldn't it print nothing?
Yeah, because
Because
again, there is no connection between your 2 loops. Your 2 loops are executing blindly. So, okay, now you still
oh
operate on the file extension, and you made a list of extensions, but you still operating on the file extension, which have no relation to this. So you need to be able to modify that part somehow.
So my problem is I need this loop to relate to this, right?
Initially, until we find a better route.
What would happen if I did this? Same thing. Yeah, how do I get this to be correct? What is it doing now?
So what you did now is that this file extension replaced that variable. Okay, so every time it will have text and then exe and then that and then .dll, and then you pass it here, and then you get it printed out. But at the still, for every one of those, you will repeat this code 4 times. It is true that what you are printing now start to be correct. So here you are printing this 4 times. Now you're printing it only 1 time.
Yeah.
But again, although yes, you approach it, you come near a little bit, but the code is still wrong because you are executing this code 4 times, although you cannot see it here.
But even if I'm executing it 4 times, it still provides a correct. So isn't it still okay?
If you provide this an answer in an in exam, you would definitely not get any marks.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, you just change it blindly. You do not understand what is the connection between here and here. You need to understand what is the connection.
I mean, I was trying to make it so that if the extension was wrong, that it would that basically the same thing true and false here. I just tried to make it loop through with each of the variables.
Okay, So you don't need to rewrite. Okay, I'm fine, totally fine. Then actually overwriting a variable like that is also a fatal issue, fatal logic thinking issue. So you cannot use, we never use a item that is already defined before and then we overwrite it. So you choose a different name here. Put it E, put it EX.
Okay, but if I put it, let's say I put EX.
Okay.
But now I will run into the same issue.
Okay, then
was
why
running
don't you
into-
change here EX?
Okay, that is a very good idea.
Okay, so yes, you will run the same code. So okay, now
But
what is the issue? EX is not defined. You put
wait.
EX5.
Yeah, but I tried to do because my keyboard there's no F5 is a 60% keyboard, so I have to do function 5. Okay.
Okay, so it's same, it runs the same. Okay, but
Yeah.
okay, we solved one issue.
Yeah.
So I want you to actually put a print statement here.
Right.
And this print statement should put a counter, or just print EX, just print EX. Yes, like that. Yes, run. No, you have to put it the same indentation like the for loop. Print, put the print back. Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. There you go, like that.
Okay, so again, like I tried to explain to you.
Okay.
So this is the file extension text exe and then .dat and DLL. So you are executing again this for 4 times. You only need to execute it 1 time. So you just need to fix that problem.
So because my entire idea was to make it run like this anyway. This is what I was trying to do.
It's true. Okay,
from
totally fine. So
because
okay,
since text is not, there's no stack, so it doesn't print, even though it runs 4 times, but because there is no text in the thing, it doesn't print anything. Then
yes,
for
but
exe,
at the end of the day, this is computing power that you are not using properly.
Yeah.
Okay, now I would like to ask you a logic questions. So when the logic of the operation is to do what? Is to search folders for specific files with specific extensions, right?
Yeah.
But not to search the extensions and then search. So for every extension, we go and search the folders 4 times. For every extension, we go search all the folders and the files and check if this extension is found inside the folders or not. So what you are doing is that you take the text, which is the first extension, search folders.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finish. And then you take the exe, search folders, and then finish. And then, so isn't it logic to say we search folders and then for every file inside the folder, then we check if this file have an extension here or not, so that we don't have to search the same folder 4 times just for every extension. Suppose when we have a file like that, the logic say, I check this same file only 1 time by looping through all the extensions.
I see what you mean, but now how to do that?
If you understand the logic, then you should modify your for loop. Your initial for loop, the logical idea behind it, okay, it is fine. So again, okay.
Yeah.
It is just the placing of the second for loop. How are you going to place it?
So I thought if I move it after, it would be.
It is true. It must be after, but the question that you should put it after the if or before the if. So, okay, I am having a file, okay, and then I would like to check if the file, this file, end up with certain list of extensions. So I do that after the if or before the if.
Wait, say again.
Actually, try to run first. Interesting. Actually, you this way you have done it correctly.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah, this is done correctly.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Adjust the indentation, please.
Yeah.
The print must be at the same level like the if.
Yeah. You know, in Replit, it will automatically, but for this. Yeah, there you go.
Can I understand what is that? We are printing text how many times? Text. Okay. Okay. So that is one of the ways that we can do that. But the perfect way. So, okay, now you put something in place. Okay, fine. Now, isn't it correct to say if I would say, okay, fine. It's totally fine. It's okay. We don't need to improve more. We need to move forward. Okay. You stop sharing.
There's still a second homework. Right?
Yes. Show me.
Okay. Second homework, my opinion, I think I understand it quite well.
Okay. Did you try to run it?
It's quite simple. Yeah. I've run it.
Okay. Then explain to me what did you understand?
Yeah, just let me in my Replit. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay. Can you see my Replit?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you draw, please, for me?
Wait. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is the code. So yeah. So basically, it is the n is the number of rings, or how the
discs. Okay.
Discs, and then the from will be the starting
one. Okay. Starting.
whichever, I don't know what that is called, the where you put the rings inside, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then 2 is your ending, and then spare is where, because there's normally 3, right? So spare is your this one. So I put so for this example, I have 3 rings. Then I move it from the first one to the third one. So which makes sense lah. Basically, if I don't know how to like make a diagram. Maybe if I use paint, I can explain it easier. But basically, it's like this one. There's a board, and then there's 3, or like this kind of thing, and then the discs are inside.
1, 2,
right?
3, 1, 2, 2.
Like that.
Okay.
Like that, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
So first you're moving this one. Okay, first it goes to 3, right? Yeah, moving this one here. Then the second one here. Then you have to move this one back here, so that it will be like this.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the third one will go like that. And then you have to move this one back here, so that you can move the second one over here like that. And then you move the third one on top. Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. I used to play this
Really?
on my phone. Yeah, on my phone we used to do this.
Smart people. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me then.
Okay.
Yep. So do you still remember the last thing that we talked about it here? you wrote this code, but you wrote it in a different way. And we said that this is a bit strange, looks to me very strange. I mean, it doesn't really produce the same results that we expect. Suppose when it is x equals 0, it returns 0. And if it is x equal 1, it returns 1. But here, the code is putting it different. And we say that it doesn't really produce the same result that we expected. Can you still remember how this Fibonacci works?
My memory is like, it's like I remember, but I forget. It's the, yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, it was the two numbers will add up to the next number. Yeah, so 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 3, 5, 3 plus 5, 8. Yeah, so the next one will be 13.
Okay, so it means that when we
Yeah.
reach x equal 1, we should return 1, which is correct. But when
Yeah,
x
correct.
equals 0, we should not return 1, we should return 0. And
Yeah.
of course, when we add that, then we should get something proper. But okay, never mind that we will. So see, actually, let me see if I just, what about if I move, let me move that here. Can you see? Can you see the code?
Yeah, okay. Hey, wait. Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so do you see when the new code that appears, the new if statement?
Yeah, the if n is less than or equal to 1, return n, else return the
Okay, so if it
fib
is,
n minus 1.
so okay, when we change to say, okay, of course he doesn't use n here, he use x. So it means
Yeah.
that this should be modified to say if, sorry, I apologize, if x so what does this mean? Will this return 0 if x equals 0? So if x equals 0, if, so, okay, this condition,
Yeah.
will we return 0 or not by this if?
By this if, okay,
Uh-huh.
if f is less than or equal to 1, return x. Yeah, so if x is 0, then it will return 0.
And if it is 1?
It will return 1.
Okay, so this can be an improvement. Can you modify the code that you have written previously? Because if you didn't modify, then you will end up with this and you will not remember.
Yeah. Let me modify the code. Okay, the code I have here. Print base x. I have an extra print statement here. Print base x. Okay. So basically, the only change I need to make is instead of the x equals 0, x equals 1, I just put if x
less than and or equal 1.
1. Then instead of return 1, return x.
Yep.
Okay.
Done.
Yep.
Okay. So the last thing that we're going to study here when we are talking about this recursion. So imagine that you have this statement. So this statement actually have commas here, like you see, and there is a spaces. And we want to check if this statement is actually, we want to make a function to check if this statement is actually a palindrome. So a palindrome is when you have the character, the first character and last character equal, and then the second character and the second last character is equal, and so on until you reach in the middle. Okay, so if like, how to say, if the characters is like divided and or mirrored, so it means that this is a palindrome. So this is a very common exercise in programming. So to do that, can you look here, please, and tell me if we check A and A, okay, and then call the same function again to check, and we check the first and the last, and then we remove them from this string, and we pass a string. We will pass a new string without the two A's. So this is a kind of recursion. It means that the first time we call the palindrome, we check the first and the last, and then we call the palindrome again, but without this A, because we already checked them. So every time we recall the palindrome, we call it without the first and the last. So when it means that when we call it for the third time, we will call it with the L, E, W, until we reach, let me see here, L and E. So without the two B's. So this is how we're going to, this is L, and this is the E, and this is the L. So the B, we remove it. So when we call it again, we will remove, of course, if this is two, if this two is equal, then yes, we will do that. So that's why we are able to simplify that kind of checking using a recursion. So it's actually, this code, if you want to write it in the normal way, is actually complicated. Complicated to check it, to make a loop and check every character inside. The first and the last is equal. First and last is equal. Okay. So if I pass you the point here, that if I pass you this code or this string is very hard to check if it is a palindrome or not. Okay. Second is that we don't check this kind of commas on the line. We also don't want to check the spaces. So it means that I need to first remove the spaces. I need to remove any commas. I only need to keep the characters only. So this is, so first you need to change from this string to this. So is that exactly like this? Is exactly like this? Yes. It is just a lowercase. So A is A here, B is B, L is here, E is here. We remove the space, and then we go for the walls. Okay, and then we go for the I, we make it lower, and then Elba, you see it here, this is, but I think he make a mistake here. There is a mistake here. This this is supposed to be Elba, not the reverse, not Leba. He put it Leba, but this is totally wrong. So this is a university syllabus I'm teaching you. Okay, so this is an American university syllabus. When we were studying, me and you, Java, I was teaching you from the secondary level syllabus, the secondary level that the American and the UK people study. Okay, so now I moved you to the higher level, which is, so this is an MIT. This is even a popular university in US. Okay, so what I want to say that, forget it's just a mistake, and everybody can make a mistake. So there is no worries that there is a mistake here. So just a simple character that was missed out, because here it's Elba and here is revert. So I mean he switched between the L and E. So it's supposed to be ELBA. Okay. Okay. So again, what I want to say to you, the first thing that we should do is to convert this to this. And how we're going to do that? Before we talk about checking the palindrome itself, so look at this code. This, not the big code, just this only.
Okay. So only that first part, huh?
Yes,
Okay, you want me to write it?
but you understand it first.
Hmm.
The faster you understand what we are doing, the faster we can finish.
If seen. Hmm. It's a bit confusing.
Okay, it converting S to lower
Yeah, that one is fine.
is fine.
Yeah.
Defining a string, an empty string, also
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
A for loop by looping through every character inside S, and we know that S is just
Yeah.
like, so just a normal string like
Yeah.
that with the spaces inside. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are looping, mean that we get this character. So this loop, every time it will get a character here, right?
Yeah.
So what is this if statement doing?
So it's checking if it is in the alphabet, basically.
And this what you should have done in the when we are searching the list of the extension. This kind of if statement is the one that you should use. So by saying C in, you are able to make him search for you just in one line. If this character, which is A, that become a small because we change it to lower, so he will check
Yeah.
if this A is in this list. Okay, so every time he go for M, he will also check if this M is inside that characters, which is alphabet, like
Right.
you said, right?
Yeah.
So then what is this meaning? What does this mean?
Yeah. This is the
Why
confusing part.
why I need to add the C to the A and S? Why?
Oh. Oh, okay, so simple. So if it is in okay, then yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You're
Okay.
busy. Yeah, you're just adding it into the thing. So then you will keep looping. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So
Okay,
you will
and then
just turn it into a palindrome.
no, it is not. I mean, wait. I mean, write this code and pass it a sentence and tell me what is the output.
Am I here? Okay.
Not the whole code, just only this portion.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So how does it work for you?
It went, yeah, it just goes to Mihere.
Okay, so
which
without spaces?
means, yeah, without spaces.
Okay, may I ask you, please, can you switch this to become C plus A and S and tell me
Yeah.
what does this do?
It just flips it, basically.
So it reverses the string.
Yeah.
So did
But
you know now? Tell me.
oh, okay, I was gonna ask you why the A didn't get turned into a small letter.
Really? It doesn't? Did
But
you
that's
do a
because
mistake
I
here?
forgot to, yeah, I skipped that line. Just relax, lower bracket S. Okay, run. There we go. Okay,
So now you know two things,
wait.
right?
Oh, okay, run. There we go. Okay, yeah, now it works.
Okay, and then you managed to do two things, right? You managed to
Yeah,
you are able to remove the spaces and all other non-alphabet characters, and you are able
yeah,
also to know how to reverse a string. Am I right?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then we can go to the second part here. So this part is quite strange. Okay, so forget about this portion. Look at this. This have two parts, 1 and 2. So as we used to think about recursion, so we know that recursion typically, we know that, okay, this palindrome, we are trying to find what? That this is a palindrome or no? So a palindrome, if it is palindrome, it will return true. If it is not palindrome, it will return false. So we are
Yeah.
trying to return true and false. We are not trying to return 0 and 1 like a Fibonacci series. So please look at this, what this is doing. You already pass, okay, let me understand. So you already created this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And may I know if you really understand what is this? This line?
Okay.
And not this line, just only this statement. This equality check between the right and the left. What does this mean?
Huh. Okay, so this is checking if the first letter is equal to the last letter.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, which is true. Okay. And after you check the first and last, why you call the is the same function again, but with a different input? And
Whoa.
what
Okay,
does this
wait.
input means when I say S1 minus 1 like that? What does this means?
This is the ratio between the second letter and the last.
Okay, may I ask you please,
But
can you
why?
okay, now can you put this in a print statement
Okay.
and print it out? So you have the S that you're supposed to actually created it, right? You created a string that you pass it to two characters. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the S still valid, so just print this.
Whoa. Uh, yeah, okay. So it gets oh. Okay, so it gets rid of the first and last letter.
Okay, what if you increase here to 2 and minus 2?
But okay, but my question is, how come it's not 0 and minus 1? Why is it 1 and minus 1?
Interesting.
Because you follow the index, shouldn't the first be 0?
And no, the first, yes, the first is 0, but you want to get rid of the first. So when you call the second, you should, when you call the is palindrome again, you don't want to include the a. I mean, sorry, this not it's not here like that. We said am I here? So
Oh, right.
so we don't want to include this and this. We want to
So you're
include
calling
only,
it with just including, okay.
we just including the
Right, right.
MIHER, and
Would
then
it
mhm,
would it also work if you use remove?
remove.
Yeah,
But we don't want to affect
the
the
S.
the S itself. So
Okay,
remove will
makes sense.
affect the S. So that's
Yeah,
why you
okay.
call, I mean, you are not asked to modify the S, you ask it
Yeah,
to check
yeah.
if it's a palindrome or not. So
Okay,
every
makes
time,
sense.
okay, so what will stop you from keep calling? So every time you actually will keep calling this many times, depending on what, that you reach that condition or not. So every time we will, before we go and call that line, we will check if the length of S is less than or equal 1. So every time I'm cutting part of the S and passing it here. So
Right,
every time I remove 2
right.
characters and I pass it here. And then
So
I will
then
check.
so then the second loop, like when you loop it through the second time, your index 0 will be M.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's why
okay.
it will check here as usual. So
Right.
it will check M and R.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
But
yeah,
the
makes sense.
problem is, if you in programming, they always say
Yeah.
it like that. If you ever if you have a hand and here and this become false, they will never call that. They will never check.
Yeah. Yeah,
So it
yeah.
will end.
Right.
Okay. So it means that, okay, now,
When there's a space, it will create a problem.
yes, that's one thing, but the M is not equal to R. So if M not equal
Right.
R, it means that here will be false. So the second time we try to make a call, we actually will end it. We will not. We will return a false. So can you please write this code
Right.
and see what is the output?
Okay. Mm, yeah. Yes. Well, when I print it, I get false.
When you printed it, you got false.
Yeah, like when I print is bad, I'll get false, right?
Okay. And what
Oh
about
wait.
if you write? Yes, tell me.
I missed the last line. Return is equal to S. Okay. Return outside for oh. Okay. And then this should work. No line 85.
So does it?
My indentation was wrong. Oh, wait, can you go back to that slide? I think my indentation something was wrong.
Okay, what is the error that you're getting?
Oh, yeah, wait. I had this indentation. The last return statement I actually don't need because I haven't
Yes.
completed anything. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, it's done.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, done. False. Yeah. Okay, done.
Okay, and may you please use this kind of input instead of am I here,
Okay, okay, okay.
just to confirm that it's working?
Was I saw help. Okay. And you want me to print out the two, like the first one, right?
Yes.
Or you want me to copy the whole?
No, just only this.
Okay. And then just print out the first.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
replace S with this.
Okay. Yeah, I got the same thing. Yeah. ABLEWAS.
And it returns
Yeah,
true or
exact same.
not? True or
No, it
false?
still returns false.
Really? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Forget about this. What about
Why?
if you put here A M M N R N? So can you put this A M N
Yeah,
R
got it.
N
Okay,
M
done.
A?
True. Okay, now it's true.
Now it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, at least we confirm with a simple thing that we are sure that this is working. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, the last, yep. Tell me.
I have to go now.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a because I have something after this.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care then.
Okay.
See you next class. Can you
Okay.
please
Yeah.
check the slides, please? We need to finish fast. Shouldn't we?
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.